Years ago when I had just graduated from university and was working in Edmonton at the time, another friend that I'd met inspired me to volunteer with a neighborhood group and working with kids that were from troubled families. Probably my first real volunteer experience. I always volunteered, I think, as our kids were growing up. I always needed some help, so volunteered from that end. But my first involvement was I was a member of the Knights of Columbus in Melfort and went to a meeting, and our Grand Knight Ron was looking for someone who would represent the Knights of Columbus at our local Special O as a board member, but never really started actively volunteering till I retired. Just didn't have the time or the energy when I was working. The Special Olympic is just a very special organization. They relish life. You just don't take life for granted.
Tony spends countless hours with Special O and different organizations, and if somebody would say, "Tony, can you give us a hand?" he's about the first guy lined up kind of thing.
And they have been very, very good to me as far as providing training, and a lot of good athletes that I've met over the time that I've been with them, a lot of good volunteers. It's just been a great experience. I'm most proud of the fact that I guess when I started with the Special Olympics, we were struggling to get athletes, struggling to get volunteers interested in sitting on the board and working with our athletes. And we were to the point that we were potentially closing. 10 years later, we do well financially. We have great community support.
You know, we have swimming and bowling, curling, bocce ball, and
Melfort, there's no paid staff.
If we didn't have volunteers, you just wouldn't have a sport, any kind of sport. So
we want to be able to sell ourselves as being able to compete against other provinces, against other countries.
He's just a good guy. He's kind of my computer whiz, because everything is done online. And I mean, Tony pretty much does all of that. He's just so valuable to our organization.
Well, I think I've got the time, and I know that I've developed some skills during my work life, and so I have the ability to give back now.
Tony, congrats on the award. The amount of time that you spend in the Special O and different organizations, that it is, everybody wants to give you a big thank you, because it's the amount of work that you put into the different ventures is much appreciated, and all the best and good luck.
To be nominated by my peers in Melfort was something very, very special. Sport is more than a game to me, because the easiest answer for me is the Special Olympics athlete oath. Let me win, but if I cannot win, let me be brave in the attempt. Winning is important, but being gracious is even more important, not winning at all costs.